Welcome back, everyone, to the Pittsburgh Sports Saviors. This is your co-host, Lee. I am doing this solo tonight. I got some fucking shit to say about this team. I don't know what else to say. Final score, Packers 35 to Steelers 25. The Packers go to 5-1-1, and the Steelers fall to 4-3. They're on this long 7-game stretch that's not going to be fun at all for this team. I'm at a loss of words with this team. It started with that Bengals game last week where they just let Joe Flacco torch them, and now they've let Jordan Love come in here and torch them as well. And they just could not play well, could not do anything tonight. The Steelers are up at half. It's 16-9, or 16-7 at half. They're up at a 9-point lead at the half. The kickers for the Packers missed 2 field goals. They end up missing one right before half. The Steelers, you'd think, have the momentum going into the second half. They get the ball and could not do anything in the second half at all. I think at one point I saw in the second half, the Steelers only had about 45 yards total offense, total yards in the second half, and you just can't do that with this team, especially playing a good team like the Packers. They let them come in and just, almost the second half, they just let them do whatever they want. The Steelers defense seemed to be able to play well that first half, but they could not hold them in the second half of this game. Just go through some stats here real quick. The total yards, Packers 454 total yards to the Steelers 297. Pass yards, 360 pass yards for the Packers to the Steelers 204. Rush yards about the same. Packers 94, Steelers 93. Yards per play, the Packers had 7.2 yards per play to the Steelers 5.2. First downs, Packers had 22 to the Steelers 16. This is pretty sad. Third down efficiency, the Packers went 5 for 12 to the Steelers 1 for 10. They could not do anything on third down. Each team went for it one time on fourth down and got it 1 for 1. Total plays about the same. Packers at 63 to the Steelers 57, which is crazy to me with the final score being 35-25 and the amount of yards. It just was close like that. The Packers got 3 sacks on Aaron Rodgers. The Steelers have not produced a sack in 2 straight games now. So I don't know what is going on with the defense. Punts were about the same. Packers had 3 to the Steelers 4. Penalty yards, Packers 5 for 47, 5 penalties for 47 yards. The Steelers 6 for 65, which seems to have been getting a little rough in the past couple games with the penalty yards. The Packers did not turn the ball over. The Steelers did fumble once towards the end of the game. And the time possession, the Packers 31 minutes and 48 seconds to the Steelers 28 minutes and 12 seconds. So those are your team stats right there for this team. Jordan Love ended up going 29 for 37 for 360 yards and 3 touchdowns. The Steelers were able to do a little bit with the running game. Wilson for the Packers only had 61 yards. Jacobs ended up with 33 yards rushing for the Packers. The tight end Kraft torched the Steelers. 7 catches, 143 yards for 2 touchdowns. The Steelers could not answer for him. They could not do anything to stop him at all. It just did not seem to go well for the Steelers defense. Aaron Rodgers went 24 for 36, 219 yards, 2 touchdowns, but he was sacked 3 times, so he did lose some yards. Jaylen Warren had a decent game, 13 carries, 62 yards. Kenneth Gainwell had 5 carries for 31 yards. Roman Wilson and DK Metcalf each had a touchdown. They had a few catches as well. But the defense for the Steelers, I just don't know what is going on. Not able to do anything. Chris Boswell ended up having 4 field goals, 4 for 4. Longest of the night being 56, 57 yards. It says 56, but I think it was 57. He had a great game as always, because he's the only one on the team that does anything. Nobody else can do anything for this team, it seems like. I don't know what to say. I don't know what the plan is for this team, what needs to happen. But they need to figure something out on the defense. This team just cannot. They can't stop the pass. They can't stop a nosebleed at all. I don't get it. And so we'll go through a quick scoring drive real quick. Steelers start with a field goal. Make it 3-0 first quarter. Packers end up going down, throwing a 16-yard touchdown pass to Kraft to make it 7-3. Second quarter, Chris Boswell kicks a 50-yard field goal, make it 7-6. Packers do nothing. Chris Boswell the Steelers get the ball again. They go down. Chris Boswell kicks another field goal, makes it 9-7. Packers aren't able to do anything again. The Steelers are able to hold them. Steelers go down. They score a touchdown to DK, 2-yard touchdown, make it 16-7 at half. With the missed field goal by the kicker, and at this point, I know that this is a tough team to play, but at this point, I'm thinking it's a 9-point game. The Steelers are able to do something, but you think they have the momentum because they're getting the ball in the second half. They think there's something going to go on, but going into the third quarter, the Steelers aren't able to do anything on that first drive. Packers get the ball. They're able to go down, they throw a touchdown, make it 14-16. Still do have the lead, but the Steelers get the ball back. They go down, have to kick another field goal, make it 19-14. They're still up, 5-point game at this point, but this is where it starts to get ugly. The Packers get the ball, drive it down all the way to the fourth quarter where they score, make it 20-19. They go for 2, get the 2-point conversion, make it 22-19. It's a 3-point game at this point. Steelers get the ball, can't do anything, have to punt again because they can't get up. They can't convert a third down. Packers get the ball again, throw a 24-yard touchdown pass to Kraft to make it 29-19. Then the Steelers can't do anything again. Packers go down again, score a field goal. It's 32-19. Steelers get the ball back, have to punt again because it's the name of the game. Packers get the ball back, make it 35-19. Then with about 2 minutes left, the Steelers go down, score a touchdown, make it 35-25, miss the 2-point conversion, miss the onside kick, and the game ends that way. That is what happened. This I'm very frustrated with this team at this point because you pay all this money to this defense and they just can't make a play. As my good friend Ben always says, this defense is overpaid and overrated. It's just what it is. I don't know. Huh? Oh yeah. Sorry. Historic defense is what they're supposed to be. Historic. The fact that this was said during the beginning of the season, before the season started, that this is going to be a historic defense and they can't do anything. It's like, I honestly don't know what's going on with this team. Your past 2 games, they haven't recorded a sack. They haven't gotten a turnover. They are going up on the penalties and penalty yards. They're not able to do anything. They can't move the ball. The offensive line is not able to hold for Aaron Rodgers. He can't get any time to throw the ball. It's always these short passes, especially all game today. The third downs, third and long, and they're throwing 5-yard passes. How is that getting you moving down the field? It's not. It's not doing anything. This offense stinks. This defense stinks. The only person on the team that's good is Chris Boswell, and thank God we have him because he's Mr. Automatic. He's the only one doing anything on this team. So it's like, I don't get it. you got all these guys that complained during the off the season. They wanted all this money to fucking, I got to do this and do that, and they can't fucking make any plays. At least they think, at least they can feed their families is right. Good for them. Some of us can't even fucking afford to get gas. Yet these fucking assholes get millions of dollars and can't make a goddamn play on a fucking Sunday. I don't get it. I wish I had a better answer for you guys. I'm so just disappointed and embarrassed. The fighting was another thing that I didn't get it. You're losing a ball game and you just want to continue to fight with these guys. Like I don't understand the point of that. The game's over. What are we doing? Then you have Mike Tomlin calling timeouts and the game's over. Why are you delaying the inevitability of losing the ball game by calling timeouts? All you're doing is making it worse than what it needs to fucking be. This team is god awful. They're going to, at this point, I think they're going to lose every single game the rest of the fucking season. At this point, is how fucking god awful this team is. It was such a tough stretch. They play 7-1 Colts next week. They got the Chargers after that. Then they got Joe Flacco and the Bengals, who they're not going to fucking beat because they couldn't beat them last week, and they're going to fucking lose again to this team. Then they got the Bears. It's going to be tough. It's going to be rough. I don't know. I mean, they got the Ravens. Lamar will be back by that point. Oh, and I forgot about the Bills. Josh Allen's going to fucking torch us too. It's just going to be an ugly stretch for this fucking team. And I don't know what Mike Tomlin is going to do, what he's going to say. I'm not going to be able to do his post conference. I mean, maybe I could, but I'm not going to worry about it. We'll do it another time. I don't even want to hear what he has to say because he's just going to make some bullshit excuse, try to make us laugh with his Tomlinisms, and he's a fucking loser at this point right now. He can't win in the big games. I'm disappointed in him. I'm disappointed in his defense. Terrell Austin needs to be fired. He doesn't know what he's doing as a defense coordinator. Arthur Smith, it is what it is with these short fucking plays on offense. I don't know what he's doing. You can see Aaron Rodgers is frustrated out there. He's yelling and cussing. You can read his lips. What the fuck he's saying. Fucking nobody can get open on the offense. Nobody can catch the ball. Nobody can defend. Here's the other big thing. They have whatever happened to Steelers tackling players. Whatever happened to that one. This team cannot tackle worth shit. They can't tackle. They can't fucking block. They can't run the ball. They can't catch. It's a complete disaster at this point. I was thinking that maybe they were going to turn things around after that Seahawks game, and it looked like they did. They had an early bye, which now I'm thinking was a bad time for them in this schedule. But I don't know. This is going to be a tough stretch for this team. They're now 4-3. Of course, they lead the division still, but already with that loss, the Bengals is going to make it tough. They do play they still have 4 more divisional games the rest of the season. 2 of them coming in this next 6-game stretch. Like I said, they have the Colts, then the Chargers, and then the Bengals, and the Bears, and the Bills, and the Ravens. It's going to be a tough stretch these next 6 games. We talked about it. Me and Jim talked about it, how this was going to be tough for them, and we needed that. They needed to win this game to get some type of momentum, and now they've lost the first game of this 7-game stretch, which is going to be tough. And I don't know what this team needs to do, what they're going to do. They can't do anything. This whole game, and this is the second game. They pretty much lost in every statistical category this game, except for fourth down, where each team went for it one time and got it. This is just unbelievable. This defense, overpaid, overrated, highest paid defense in the league. Historic defense can't do dick, and the offense can't get moving. And I don't know what else to say. I got nothing else for you guys. Steelers play the Colts next week. Me and Jim will talk about that later in the week, and hopefully they can figure something out because, again, this is going to be a long stretch for them, and it's just going to be tough. If they really want to make the playoffs, they really need to turn things around and make some better plays. I'm very disappointed. I'm very frustrated right now on this team, and I just don't know. I'm at a loss of words right now. I don't know what else to say. The Packers are a good team. They're now 5-1-1. They're right now the number one seed in the NFC. This is a game the Steelers could have won, but they decided to do what they do best and take their foot off the gas pedal and let teams catch up to them. So I don't know. I hope they can figure something out. There might be some changes coming the end of the season at this point, just the way things are going. You guys, whoever's watching, thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a good rest of your night, and you'll see me and Jim next week.